Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Easy Way, the podcast where we help you improve your English in a fun and natural way. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. How are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm doing great, thanks. And how about you, Mike?
I'm fantastic. You know what? Today we have a really special episode for all our listeners.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 mistakes that English learners make. And trust me, even native speakers make some of these mistakes.
Exactly. So don't feel bad if you're making these mistakes. We all do. The important thing is to learn from them.
Before we start, I want to ask our listeners a question. Are you ready?
Here's the question. Which English mistake do you make the most often? Please write your answer in the comments below. We really want to know.
Yes, and at the end of this podcast, we'll give you a special challenge, so make sure you listen until the end.
All right, Sarah. Should we start with mistake number 10?
Let's do it.
Okay, mistake number 10 is confusing the words fun and funny. This is super common.
Oh, I hear this all the time. Let me tell you a quick story. Last week, I met my student Maria at a cafe. She said, "Sarah, yesterday was so funny." And I asked, "Really? What happened? Did something make you laugh?"
And what did she say?
She said, No, we went to the beach with my family. We played volleyball and ate ice cream. It was so funny."
Ah, so she meant fun, not funny.
Exactly. Fun means something is enjoyable and entertaining. Funny means something makes you laugh.
Right. So if you watch a comedy movie and you laugh a lot, you can say, that movie was funny.
And if you go to an amusement park and you have a great time, you say, "I had so much fun."
Here's an easy way to remember. Fun equals good time. Funny equals ha ha ha, laughter.
Perfect. So listeners, think about this. What was the last fun thing you did? Write it in the comments.
All right, mistake number 9. This one is interesting. Many English learners use the word very too much.
Oh yes, like I'm very, very tired, or the food was very, very delicious.
Exactly. Using very once in a while is okay, but when you use it too much, your English sounds boring and repetitive.
So what should we do instead, Mike?
Use stronger words. Instead of very tired, say exhausted. Instead of very happy, say thrilled or delighted.
I love this. Let me give you some examples. Instead of very big, you can say huge or enormous.
Instead of very small, say tiny.
Instead of very cold, say freezing.
And instead of very hot, say boiling or scorching.
See how much more interesting and powerful your English sounds?
Absolutely. Your vocabulary becomes richer and people will be impressed. Okay, mistake number 8 is a classic, confusing boring and bored.
Oh my goodness, yes. I remember my friend Tom made this mistake at a party. He walked up to me and said, "Sarah, I'm so boring."
Oh no, what did you say?
I said, "Tom, you're not boring at all. You're actually very interesting." And he looked confused. Then I realized he meant to say, "I'm bored."
That's a big difference. I'm boring means you are not interesting. I'm bored means you feel uninterested in what's happening around you.
Right. So if you say, "I'm boring," people will think you have no personality.
Exactly. Here's the rule. Use ed words to describe how you feel. Use ing words to describe the thing that makes you feel that way.
So the movie is boring, the movie is not interesting, but I am bored. I feel uninterested.
Another example. The game is exciting. The game is thrilling. I am excited. I feel thrilled.
The book is confusing. The book is hard to understand. I am confused. I don't understand.
Perfect. So remember, ing describes things, ED describes your feelings.
Mistake number 7 is all about pronunciation, the famous TH sound.
Ugh, this is a tough one for so many learners. In many languages, this sound doesn't exist.
That's true. I have students from Spain, France, China, and Japan, and they all struggle with this sound.
So what happens? They say sink instead of think, or tree instead of three.
Or they say dis instead of this and dat instead of that.
So how do we make the correct TH sound, Sarah?
Okay, here's the trick. Put your tongue between your teeth. Yes, stick it out a little bit. Then blow air out gently.
Let's practice together. Everyone listening, do it with us. Ready? Think, thank, thought.
Good. Now try these. The, this, that, those.
And here's a fun sentence to practice. 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
Wow, that's a difficult one, but it's great practice.
Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be shy. Use a mirror and watch your tongue position.
And listeners, tell us in the comments, is the TH sound difficult for you? What sounds do you find hardest in English?
All right, we're at mistake number 6. This is confusing make and do.
Oh, yes. In many languages, there's only one word for both, but in English, we have different uses.
So when do we use make and when do we use do?
Well, generally speaking, we use make when we create or produce something, and we use do for actions and activities.
Right. For example, we say make a cake, make coffee, make dinner.
We also say make a decision, make a mistake, make money, make a phone call.
But we say do homework, do exercise, do the laundry, do the dishes.
We also say do your best, do a favor, do business.
Here's a funny story. My student Chen told me, yesterday I did a cake for my mother's birthday.
Oh no, that sounds like he performed some kind of action on the cake.
Exactly. He should say, I made a cake.
But then I asked him, did you do the dishes afterwards? And he said, yes, I made the dishes.
Now he switched them around.
It takes practice, but here's a tip. If you're creating something physical or making a decision, use make. If you're performing an action or activity, use do.
There are some phrases you just need to memorize. Make a list and practice them.
Mistake number 5 is forgetting to use articles, a, an, and the.
This is especially difficult for speakers of languages that don't use articles, like Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and many others.
That's right. Let me give you an example. My student Yuki once told me, I went to store and bought apple.
It should be, I went to the store and bought an apple, right?
Exactly. Without articles, the sentence sounds robotic and unnatural.
So let's make this simple. When do we use a or an?
We use a or an when we talk about something general or mention it for the first time. For example, I saw a dog in the park.
Use a before consonant sounds, a book, a car, a house. Use an before vowel sounds, an apple, an orange, an hour.
Notice I said an hour because the H is silent, so it has a vowel sound.
Good point. Now, when do we use the?
We use the when we talk about something specific, or when both the speaker and listener know what we're referring to.
For example, the dog I saw yesterday was so cute. Now we're talking about a specific dog.
Or, can you close the door? We both know which door.
Here's another example. I live near the ocean. There's only one ocean in that area.
But we say, I want to be an actor, not a specific actor just in general.
Articles are tricky, but they're so important. They make your English sound natural and fluent. Mistake number 4 is getting the word order wrong in questions.
Oh, this is a big one. In many languages, you can make a question just by changing your intonation, but in English, we usually change the word order.
Right. For example, you can't say, you are from where?
The correct way is, where are you from?
Or you can't say, you like what kind of music?
You should say, what kind of music do you like?
The basic rule is question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb.
Let me give you more examples. Instead of you went where, say where did you go?
Instead of mistake number 4 is getting the word order wrong in questions.
Oh, this is a big one. In many languages, you can make a question just by changing your intonation, but in English, we usually change the word order.
Right. For example, you can't say, you are from where?
The correct way is, where are you from?
Or you can't say, you like what kind of music?
You should say, what kind of music do you like?
The basic rule is question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb.
Let me give you more examples. Instead of you went where, say where did you go?
Instead of she works where, say where does she work?
Instead of they are arriving when, say when are they arriving?
See the pattern? The auxiliary verb do, does, did, are, is, etc. comes before the subject.
And if there's no auxiliary verb in the statement, you need to add do, does, or did in the question.
For example, you speak Spanish becomes do you speak Spanish?
She likes pizza becomes does she like pizza?
Practice making questions every day. It will become natural.
We're getting to the top 3 now. Mistake number 3 is saying I'm agree instead of I agree.
Oh, yes, this is so common. I hear it all the time.
Many students think that because we say I'm happy or I'm tired, we should also say I'm agree.
But that's not how it works. Agree is a verb, not an adjective.
Right. We say I agree, I disagree, I understand, I know.
You don't put am, is, or are before these verbs.
So you can't say I'm agree with you. The correct way is I agree with you.
You can't say I'm understand. You say I understand.
You can't say I'm no. You say I know.
Here's a tip. If the word describes an action, it's probably a verb. If it describes a state or feeling, it might be an adjective.
Happy is an adjective. It describes how you feel, so you say I am happy.
Agree is an action. You're doing something with your mind, so you say I agree.
Another common mistake is I'm study English. The correct way is I study English or I'm studying English.
I'm studying uses the present continuous, which is fine, but not I'm study.
Grammar can be tricky, but once you understand the pattern, it gets easier.
Here we are at mistake number 2. This is about literal translations from your native language to English.
Oh boy, this causes so many funny misunderstandings.
Every language has its own expressions and ways of saying things. You can't just translate word for word.
Let me tell you a funny story. My student from Spain, Pablo, wanted to say he slept well. In Spanish, they say, I slept like a trunk. So he told me, Sarah, last night I slept like a tree.
That's hilarious. In English, we say, I slept like a log, or I slept like a baby.
Right. Another student from France said, I have a cat in my throat when she had a sore throat.
Oh, in French, they say, un chat dans la gorge, a cat in the throat. But in English, we say, I have a frog in my throat.
These literal translations are funny, but they can confuse people.
Here's another one. In some languages, people say, I have hunger, or I have thirst. But in English, we say, I'm hungry, or I'm thirsty.
In some languages, people talk about having cold or heat, but we say I'm cold or I'm hot in English.
The best way to avoid this mistake is to learn phrases and expressions as complete units, not word for word.
Read books, watch movies, listen to podcasts like this one. You'll start to learn natural expressions.
And don't be afraid to ask native speakers, is this how you say it in English? We're happy to help.
Remember, every mistake is a learning opportunity. Don't feel embarrassed.
And finally, we're at mistake number 1. The most common mistake is mixing up he and she.
Yes, even advanced English learners make this mistake.
I think it's because in many languages, pronouns don't have gender, or the grammar works differently.
That's true. In languages like Turkish, Hungarian, or Finnish, there's just one word for both he and she.
So what happens? People say things like, I met my sister yesterday. He is a doctor.
Or, my brother is getting married next month. She is very excited.
It's confusing for the listener because we don't know who you're talking about.
Here's the simple rule. He is for males, men and boys. She is for females, women and girls.
If you're not sure about someone's gender, you can use they as a singular pronoun. For example, my friend is coming over. They are bringing pizza.
That's becoming more common and accepted in English.
Here's my tip. When you're talking about someone, pause for a second and think, is this person male or female? Then choose the right pronoun.
Practice, practice, practice. Tell stories about your friends and family. Pay attention to the pronouns you use.
And if you make a mistake, don't worry. Just correct yourself and keep going.
Wow, Mike, we covered a lot today.
We sure did. Let's review quickly. We talked about fun versus funny, using strong vocabulary instead of very, boring versus bored,
The TH pronunciation, make versus do, articles, question word order.
saying I agree, not I'm agree, avoiding literal translations and using the correct pronouns.
That's our top 10. Now, remember at the beginning we said we had a special challenge for you?
Here it is. For the next 7 days, we want you to focus on one of these mistakes. Choose the mistake you make most often.
Every day, practice not making that mistake. Pay attention when you speak or write.
And here's the fun part. Come back to this video in 1 week and tell us in the comments. Did you improve? What did you learn?
We'll be reading all your comments. We love hearing from you.
And don't forget to answer our questions from earlier. Which mistake do you make most often, and what was the last fun thing you did?
Write your answers below. We read every single comment and we reply to as many as we can.
Before we go, let me ask our listeners, what topics do you want us to cover in our next podcast? Tell us in the comments.
Yes, we create content for you, so your feedback is super important.
All right, everyone, that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening.
Remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Don't be afraid. Keep practicing, keep improving, and most importantly, have fun.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Keep learning, keep growing.